The views and opinions expressed by the hosts do not state or reflect those of the company and its management. Any assumptions, views, and insinuations made by the hosts or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Listener discretion is advised.
Warning. This podcast contains spoilers.
Third World Cinema Club.
Welcome to Third World Cinema Club. I'm John Tawasil from Present Confusion.
I am Jim of Jimmy Licolat Iba Pa.
And for this special post-Gawad Urian Awards episode, we're joined once again by Young Critics Circle's Skilty Labastilla.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Yan. Unfortunately, our other previous guest, si Nicole, cannot join us today, but he has sent us his thoughts regarding the winners of the festival. So yun, we have a spate of winners from the festival, and ang first natin is, what did you think about the award ceremony? Ako personally, parang naumpisahan ko lang, so alam mo yun, parang tiningan ko na lang yung summary ng awards. Pero to the both of you who have seen it, what were your thoughts about the award ceremony?
Ako kasi parang kalagitnaan ko na ata na simulan. Kasi may ginagawa pa ata akong household chore that time. Ang naabutan ko na ay parang best screenplay na.
Okay.
So, ang thoughts ko regarding Gawad Urian, if I recall correctly, sila lang so far this year yung gumawa ng awardings na naka-Zoom, syempre, na major award ceremony na kilala. Sa iba kasi more on it's the film festivals nila eh. Pero ito kasing Gawad Urian, it was a created event na award ceremony. So, yun. Tapos, ano ba? Kasi natatawa ko dun sa mga comments regarding dun sa font.
Marami nga.
Sorry po, Gawad Urian, pero manunuri.
Wait, anong font ba ginamit? Comic Sans ba ginamit nila? Sorry, ko nakita eh.
Hindi naman yata Comic Sans. Pero...
Helvetica ata, I forgot.
Helvetica.
Yung sa In Memoriam, ayun, yun talaga yung kahit ako napansin ko.
Baka Arial eh.
Hindi ko familiar sa lahat ng fonts pero para siyang pang high school student na parang malalaki na naka-italics na
oh my gosh.
Parang ganun yung itsura niya. I'm not sure if Helvetica siya, pero yun.
Parang hindi siya Helvetica, Jim. Pero hindi ko kilala.
Nakalimutan ko kasi kuya yung name ng font, pero parang may nag-comment sa tweet ni Kayo ata. Ay, sorry Kayo, nabanggit na kita.
Kayo alam ba yan, na film police rin. Pero, okay. So, ganun pala. I also heard na may parang misspellings or mispronunciations ng mga pangalan.
Yes, oo. Kaso nakalimutan ko na eh. Sobrang
alam ko, nabasa ko sa Twitter yung kay Jaya Rosas. Jaya Rosas.
Mga nganta bigla si Jaya Rosas. Budots pala is about his singing career. So, yun. How about you, Skilty? What are your thoughts about the award ceremony?
I think it went well. I mean, hindi ko rin siya naumpisahan, pero para siyang normal lang na what you expect from a typical Urian award ceremony, minus the live atmosphere, di ba?
Yeah.
Nandun si Butch Francisco, syempre, as the host, tapos the manunuri would announce the nominees and proclaim the winners. It was nice touch din yung may kinuha silang mga former winners ng Urian, mga mostly actresses and supporting actress winners.
Yeah.
Parang it added to the import of the award. Yeah, so that's in terms of the ceremony. Hindi nga, may mga minor lang na mga issues. Kasi syempre, hindi naman sila mismo yung gumagawa nun eh. Hindi naman manunuri, they don't have the skills to do those things. So, ina-outsource nila to, I don't know, to one of their assistants or their students.
So, I'm gonna read out yung comments ni Nicole. I think some of them, Skilty and Jim, yung ibang points nyo, na-raise din niya. So, first of all, sabi niya, congrats to the manunuri for pushing through even with an online ceremony. It's not the smoothest of the productions, yun nga. Typos, pronunciations of names, wrong trivia, etc. Pero at least they tried and they pulled off a ceremony of some sort. This and the YCC announcing winners this year is sufficient na for us Pinoy Awards-obsessed movie fans. The second is, production-wise, gaya nga na sabi ni Skilty, he likes the touch of inviting the previous Urian winners to read the nominees. Parang welcome to the club yung peg niya. Also now, days before the Urian, the Manunuri released a series of reviews for their best picture nominees. Yeah. Some films even had multiple reviews. So, parang nakikinig nga sila sa podcast natin, no? Hindi ba sinabi natin?
Ikaw yun eh.
Parang, nasan yung mga parang Manunuri, nasan yung pagsusuri, di ba? So, yun. Thank you, Manunuri, for listening to us. Very, very good.
Actually, isa yan sa, syempre, i-claim ko na naman, isa yan sa kinopya nila sa YCC. Because we do that. Nag-assign kami per member, merong i-review ng film, and then we release it. We release the reviews during the awarding ceremonies. May abriya lang sa amin this year. Medyo nahuli yung reviews. Nasa draft na lahat ng reviews namin. Masasalang na siya starting next week.
O Jim, kung tayo, Third World Cinema Club Awards.
Ay, wow.
Oh, ganun. Tapos, finally, he said, they loved Babae at Baril, unsurprisingly so, since it was their nomination leader. It had the most nominations. But he wished that this year, they would have spread the wealth more. That John Denver Trending, Cleaners, Edward, Ulan, all were empty-handed after the ceremony. Is kind of sad. And he did a prediction thread on Twitter. So, Cole with an OWL. No? So, follow nyo na lang siya. So, if you guys wanna do a major category discussion like last time, yun yung saan. So, anyway, yun. Let's go to a screenplay, no? For best screenplay, Nicole and Jim, you guessed either John Denver Trending or Kalel 15. Me, Rafi, and Skilty chose John Denver Trending, and it went to Kalel 15. So congrats to Nicole and Jim for getting it right, no? So what are your thoughts about this particular win? I thought it was well-deserved, no? How about you, ikaw, Jim? Since na-predict mo correct.
Ako din.
Ganda na
Well-deserved.
screenplay.
Yes. Matapang yung screenplay, and hindi naman sinasabi kong usual na Junlana, pero kasi the way he wrote the screenplay, alam na natin yung tatak na Junlana kasi with the filmography na ginawa niya along with his screenplay, alam mo na yun yung best na niya, screenplay so far.
Did the Urian release the screenplay nominees for anyone to read?
Yes, I have it to read.
Yeah, okay.
So nominees are Cleaners, Edward, John Denver Trending, Ang Hupa, Webes, Kalel 15, and Babae at Baril.
Okay, so ikaw, Skilty, your thoughts on Kalel 15's win? So since we both chose John Denver.
Yeah, well, the thing with jury votes kasi, especially with critics groups na konti lang yung members like YCC, since very personal yung vote, konting difference in opinion among members, it would matter a lot na compared to, let's say, 100 members ng New York Film Critics Circle. So parang kumbaga magte-trend yung mga malalakas, no? Pag konting many festival awards, no? Halimbawa, 8 lang yung jury or 7 or 5. So halimbawa, merong 4 na nagkagusto ng John Denver, tapos 5 nagkagusto ng Kalel. So automatic winner yung Kalel. So it's really a matter of taste, no? It's personal taste. Personally, I like Kalel 15 more for its technical aspects and acting.
Agree.
Medyo, I feel like the film is parang a bit nihilistic. Para siyang worn out na kumbaga yung critique ni Junlana about discrimination of homosexuality. Of course, it still exists in society, pero for me, hindi niya nahanapan ng parang new angle, kumbaga. Parang medyo predictable. For me, that's my personal opinion of the film. But as I said, no, awards like these are very subjective. So if the Manunuri feel like it's the best screenplay, then who am I to say it's not?
It would be interesting to see how the voting went.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next category, which is mag-best supporting actor tayo. We all predicted Ricky Davao to win it with, I think, Nicole alternate niya si Christopher King. And, of course, Christopher King won for his performance in Verdict. Probably, siguro, this is also to honor him posthumously. Siguro, feeling.
Yes.
Kasi, magaling naman si Christopher King, pero okay naman. I understand their decision behind it. How about you guys? Jim, ikaw, what are your thoughts with the best supporting actor win?
Ako, I believe kasi yung performance si Christopher King, I lead, not a supporting.
Yeah.
So we had the same thought na Nicole and Rafi. Kasi si Rafi nabanggit niya yung din last time na parang it should have been lead, not a supporting nomination. However, agree din ako sa'yo na I think na rin parang tribute, no, na pagbibigay posthumously sa kanya kasi siya marami na rin namang nominations before with Gawad Urian. However, nasasakto kasing magagaling yung performance na kalaban niya. So, hindi siya nananalo. Kaya I ano tawag doon? Career Urian.
Career
So,
Urian.
you miss Lina.
Urian
Oo, yun nga.
Lifetime Achievement Award. Ganun.
Pwede nga. So,
Agree sa'yo si
tas-
Nicole na yun nga where we were debating whether he should be supporting or lead actor.
Siyempre po, I was expecting Ricky Davao kasi di ba siya talaga yung frontrunner kahit sinong mga film reviewers, film enthusiasts, and critics. However, yun nga. Although hindi naman siya upset, okay lang naman kung, let's say, punta siya sa lead, tas tayo sila ni Elijah Canlas, diba? Okay lang naman. However, nilagay nga siya sa supporting. Parang Mahershala Ali na nanalo sa Oscar for Green Book. Alam naman natin Mahershala Ali lead na. Ayun.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Skilty.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Some circles would call this category fraud. Although this was, of course, the decision of Urian kasi his character was very central to the story. Ang screen time niya yata not as long as Maxine Eigenmans. No? So, kumbaga, kung merong pipili ka lang ng isang lead sa film, that's Maxine. And then siguro supporting character si Christopher. But I'm actually very happy for Christopher King's win. I'm a big fan of him. Well, not so much the bold films na pelikula niya, but Oros was like, as sabi ko doon, ang review ko doon sa Oros was this performance should be shown by acting mentors, acting coaches as a standard for acting. Because yung no acting, that's Christopher King. So, and he did the same in Verdict. Pinakita niya na para siyang hindi siya actor eh. He is the character. You will believe that he's the person there na tira sa community. Medyo si Maxine Eigenman magdududa ka pa kasi mestiza, tapos medyo nabubulol sa mga Tagalog words. Pero hindi ka magdududa kay Christopher King. So, I'm very happy. I was predicting Ricky Davao as well kasi inisip ko, di ba, show stealer si Ricky sa Fuckboy. So, baka inisip ko dun magpupunta yung mga boto. Pero I'm very happy that they voted for Christopher King.
So, let's move on. Best Supporting Actress. Again, all of us unanimously predicted Meryl Soriano. But Yayo Aguila won for her role in Metamorphosis. Both of them play supportive mothers. Sabi nga ni Nicole, parang supportive mothers for the win. And yung thoughts niya dito is, sabi niya, this was a makeup win for Kiko Boxingero. And he kind of felt that if they won't go for Meryl, they'll make it a win for Yayo. Kasi parang similar yung roles probably. Skilty, what did you think about Aguila's win?
Yeah, it was a surprise for me. Yayo was good in the film, pero feeling ko konting masyado yung screen time niya. Tapos may parang siguro 1 or 2 scenes lang na memorable scenes for her, like yung crying scene sa kalsada, etc. Pero yun nga, I mean, obviously lahat tayo when we were predicting, kung ikumpara mo siya sa role ni Meryl, sobrang layo kasi nandun si Meryl the whole time and she was in many scenes and she was compelling in many scenes. So I don't know what went behind the voters' minds here. Maybe, yun nga, baka nga past work, maybe siguro rin a nod to her work in Fuckboys, although hindi rin siya nominated doon. But yeah, but who knows?
How about you, Jim? Your thoughts on Yayo Aguila's win for Best Supporting?
Surprise. Diba? Kasi when it comes to supporting performances in Metamorphosis, I'll go for Ayana Bernardes, which won in Cinema One Originals for Best Supporting Actress, or another sana for Ricky Davao, diba? So parang, sorry, pero hindi ko talaga in-expect from the nomination pa lang na si Yayo Aguila will get the nomination. Kaya nung manalo siya, parang, wow, nanalo siya. Kasi diba, kung titingnan mo yung mga filmography niya, it's always mother siya, ganun. Yeah, ganun yung mga roles niya eh. So, actually nga, parang kung i-compare ko with Metamorphosis and the BL series na kasama siya, which was My Extraordinary, mag-contrast sila. Although parehas na mother, dito kasi in Metamorphosis, supportive siya ng mother. And doon, sa My Extraordinary, hindi niya accepted yung sexuality ng anak niya. And on the other hand as well, agree din ako kay Kuya Silky na parang ang konti lang kasi ng screen time niya. Tapos may mga moments lang na memorable. Pero kasi parang sa sobrang striking ng performance ng dalawang supporting, hindi ko siya naiisip si Yayo. Ganun. Pero I also believe na it was also a career Urian or yung award na pang-career kasi 'di ba matagal nang na-overlook yung mga performances even before ni Yayo, 'di ba?
Yeah,
And just like sabi ni PS Guilty, another performance ni Yayo that year or last year ay yung Fuckboys, which is kahit short lang, alam mo tumatak siya, 'di ba?
So, congrats Yayo Aguila for your well-deserved win. Let's go on to the Best Actor category. Ito, we all predicted it would either be Jansen Magpusaw for John Denver Trending or Elijah Canlas for Kalel 15.
Yes.
And of course, Elijah Canlas won. Gulat siya, speechless daw siya, wala siyang masabi. Sabi ni Nicole dito, tulad ng Pinoy Review year-ender list, it was either one of the two, no? So, there was a record-breaking young leaning category in that race. So, para statistically, the winner would probably be a young guy. And yung parang na-note niya yung success ng Game Boys, maybe that might be a contributing factor to the win. So, he is very happy with that win. So am I. I'm very happy. I'm very happy for Elijah Canlas. And he's the second youngest daw Best Actor winner in Korean history after G. Romano in Magnifico. And he's very much deserving. So, I guess, Kilty, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a good win for Elijah Canlas. I think, yung sabi ni Nicole, baka nakatulong yung BL. I think it's also a factor. Kasi matunog yung pangalan ni Elijah ngayon.
Yeah.
So, in a way, parang sinasabi ng Urian na, parang validation, no, sa success ni Elijah ngayon. Pero also, yung Urian kasi historically, they don't shy away from giving awards to popular actors, even mainstream actors like Paolo Avellino, yung mga ganong klaseng wins. Yeah, I think nakatulong yung name recall ni Elijah ngayon. Kumpara kay si Jansen, wala na siyang follow-up movie after John Denver, di ba? Tsaka, yun nga, yung sinabi ko nung prediction episode, feeling ko may konting edge si Elijah dahil he's really a trained actor. He went to the Philippine High School for the Arts in Makiling to study acting, and I don't know what he took in college. Pero makikita sa performance niya yung paano niya kahawak yung role niya. It's a good win for him. Looking at the nominees list, I have other preferences. I think in Pinoy Review ballot, I voted for Gold Azeron as my favorite lead actor, Metamorphosis. So again, subjective list, subjective award. So yeah.
Jim, how about you?
Deserving win talaga eh. Deserve ni Elijah Canlas yung win. Diba? For me kasi diba nung last time na nag-usap tayo, ang interesting, saka talagang alam mong competitive yung nominations for Best Actor. Either talaga Jansen Magpusaw or siya. However, kasi ang edge kasi ni Elijah Canlas ay during 2019, madami siyang magagandang filmography, no? Just like Edward, LSS, Babae at Baril, ayan, Kalel 15. And at the same time, nakatulong din, I believe, no, na bida siya sa Game Boys. Matunog talaga yung name niya. And another factor, yung sabi nga ni Kuya Skilty last time, yung nuances niya. Alam mo agad dun sa expressive eyes niya, sa kilos niya, ganun. The way he acts, talagang siya na talaga yung mananalo.
By the way, pwedeng sumingit ulit.
Sure.
Siguro medyo na kulangan ako sa performance ni Elijah sa Kalel kasi may pagka-calculated. I mean, too much calculation. Kasi kilala ko si Elijah from his work in yung sa Babae at Baril or sa Edward. Feeling ko, his personality is more his character in Edward. Yung parang jovial, etc. So, alam mo, when you look at Khalil, when you watch Khalil, you know that he's acting because he's not like that. So parang sarili kong pag-iisip na, of course, Khalil the character can be morose. Pero, kumbaga, in the language of criticism, you see the stitch work in the acting. Ibig sabihin, kita mo the act of performance in Kalel 15. It doesn't mean that it's a bad performance. It's just that, ang tipo ko kasi ng choice of acting is the Christopher King type, na parang he's being the character. No? So, you can't separate the actor from the character. So, yun lang. But again, I agree with Jim. It's a deserving win for Elijah, and it should bode well for his career.
We wish him all the best. And we move on to a very, very competitive, very competitive category, Best Actress. Yun. And our predictions for Best Actress were, I chose Nadine Lustre. Jim chose either Alessandra De Rossi or Catherine Bernardo. Nicole chose ano siya, more older si Nicole, Anita Linda or Angie Ferro. Guilty, you chose Janine Gutierrez. And then Rafi chose Alessandra De Rossi or Nadine Lustre. And of course, ang naka-jackpot dyan si Skilty. Wow. Pwede na mag-urihan si Skilty.
Pwede nang mag-YCC ang Urian members. No joke.
Para nag-merge UYCC, Urian YCC. Pero yun, Janine Gutierrez won. And understandable nga naman. Well, I think this year, the Urian is parang geared sila towards babae pa rin. Sabi ni Skilty, he made the predictions. He felt one of the older veterans will be the winner. But then, every now and then, the Urian just rewards the younger performance.
I think it's Nicole.
Yeah, it's Nicole.
Yeah. Reminiscent of Paolo Avellino and Maha Salvador back in 2011. No? Nicole said if Leaning Yang ang winner, then watch out for Janine Gutierrez. And so she did. So kahit na busy sa chatbox ang Catherine and Nadine fans, ngayon daw. Hindi po ako nagsabi na, si Nicole po. And yun, Janine prevailed. Pero she's also the first Best Actress winner in a Best Picture winner since Angeli Bayani in 2013 for Norte. So wow. Congrats Janine Gutierrez. We look forward to have you on this program soon. Ganon.
Ayun na.
I-invite. Ganon. Pero Urian winners, we'll try to get an episode with as much Urian winners as we can. Hopefully in the future. Sige Jim, what did you think of Janine Gutierrez win for Best Actress?
Ako minado surprise. Surprise ako kasi ang ine-expect ko baka pagbigyan nga na it could be Catherine Bernardo because Nadine Lustre won last year. So parang parang ganoon na parang okay, baka magbigay way ang Gawad Urian, 'di ba? Ako kasi ang personal pick ko ay si Alessandra De Rossi pero parang yun nga, 'di ba?
Lucid nga.
For Lucid.
Ako Dark Horse.
However, yun yung prediction ko, 'di ba? Nagbabardagulan pa yung mga yung mga yung mga fans nila, 'di ba?
Interesting. Gusto ko yung mga ganyan.
Oo, talagang natatawa talaga ako maski doon sa chat. So, hala, yung mga Catherine Nadine babardagulan.
Parang Godzilla
ending si Janine nanalo. So paano?
Pero okay lang. To be fair to the fans naman, they were gracious. Nanalo si Janine, they went to her feet. Parang, Queen. Dalawa na sila ni Nadine Lustre na Gawad Urian winners.
And I believe naman with Janine Gutierrez win, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Deserve na rin naman niya yung award.
She's been
hindi naman to upset. Siya, kumbaga deserve win naman.
Started from ano ba yung mga films niya? Lila, Now We're Here, Baril. So how about you, Skilty? Your thoughts on Janine Gutierrez win since you predicted it correctly?
Yeah. I based my prediction on the love of the manunuri for Babae at Baril. Kasi parang I think may mga nabasa akong early reviews nila praising the film. So inisip ko dahil hindi ko naman alam yung ibang factors on how they choose acting winner. So dun ko na lang binase na because they love the film, it might carry Janine's performance as well. Parang dahil gustong-gusto nila yung pelikula, malamang nagustuhan din nila yung performance ni Janine. Based on the nominees list, actually don't remember kung meron akong nilagay sa top 10 ko dun sa Pinoy Review poll. Certainly not Janine. I don't think she was in my top 10. And not Catherine and Nadine. So parang wala dito sa nominees list yung nasa listahan ko. As far as I can remember. My issue with Janine's performance, paano ba? I think it's more her physicality. Parang hindi madaling paniwalaan agad na that look can pass off as a sales worker. No? I mean, I'm not generalizing. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na walang mistisa na sales lady. Pero parang doon pa lang, sa physicality pa lang, meron na agad disconnect. And then, some parts like minor, halimbawa yung nagkakamay, may scene na nagkakamay siya, ginamit niya yung kamay sa pagkain niya sa karinderya. Halatang hindi siya marunong magkamay, ganun siya.
Yes.
Ganun siya.
Yes.
Yeah, so yung mga ganong minor lang na details. Pero, I think what made her win was the character. No? It's a strong character. Well, may pagka 2D in a sense na, di ba, ang bilis ng shift niya from this peak, sunod-sunuran na babae, to this very powerful na agad. No? So parang siguro kulang pa ng konting paghulma ng characterization. Pero still, it ended up being a memorable character to play. Mas gusto ko si Janine sa Elise. No? She was very believable.
Yeah, same here.
In Elise. So yeah, I think I liked her very much there. And also, Enchong D's performance in Elise, I think I placed it in my top 10. But again, overall, good win for her.
Okay. So let's move on to the last two categories that we tried to predict. No. Firstly, best director. We predicted for best director. Rafi and I predicted Arden Rod Condes. Nicole predicted either Arden Rod or Junlana. And then Jim, Arden Rod, Junlana, or Thop Nazareno for Edward. And then, of course, Guilty, ayan, naka-jackpot ulit, Ray Red for Babayt Baril. And she won the award. I guess, sige, Guilty, your thoughts naman on Ray Red's win for best.
Yes, I think in the previous episode, nabanggit namin ni Nicole na Urian is one of those bodies that would, award-giving bodies that would not give a second thought in rewarding female filmmakers.
Yeah.
Or minority filmmakers in general. So, pinakita nila yung last year, di ba, yung kay Denise O'Hara. She won. Very surprising win for me, for Mamang. Because it was a minor film. I mean, in terms of theme, in terms of scope, hindi mo agad iisipin na it's a directorial film. But she won there, surprisingly. So, hindi mahirap isipin na mananalo ang another woman here. And she's the only woman nominee in the list. And Babayat Baril is technically well-crafted film. So masasabi mo mas directorial siya kumbaga compared to Mamang. So yun nga, based on that, I predicted her win. In my own ballot for Pinoy Review, I'm looking at the list of nominees. There's Glenn Barit, Arden Rod Condes, Lav Diaz, Junlana, Arnel Mardocchio, Top Nazareno, and J.E. Tiglao as nominees. Not sure kung if I voted for Glenn Barit for Cleaners or Arden Rod Condes in my ballot, but I felt like those films are more accomplished, technically, narratively as well, and performance-wise compared to Babayat Baril. But I admire very much the effort of the production of Babayat Baril to hire women filmmakers, no? So aside from, I think conscious sila na sabi nila, I want to have a female team, no? At ano yan, reflect, I think nung post Urian tweet ni, or Facebook post ni Roland Tolentino, sabi niya, well, he congratulated the female winners, no? The editing, the production design, the music, whatever, na nananalo sa Urian. So again, it's a way for the award group Urian to sort of empower minority groups. So in this case, women. Na hindi porket mas konti kayo sa industriya ay hindi kayo magaling. No? Even more because they need to prove to the industry that they deserve their positions, no? They deserve their role in the production outfits. Mas magandang ma-recognize. So, yeah.
How about you, Jim? Your thoughts on Ray Red's win?
Ako, surprised din ako with Ray Red's win kasi, di ba, mga frontrunner talaga. John Denver Trending, no? Or Cleaners, o kaya Kalel 15. Kasi, di ba, Junlana, hindi pa nananalo yan ng Urian for Best Director. So, talagang surprised with Ray Red. However, kasi yun nga, I agree din kanila Kuya Guilty and Nicole na it's a strong feminist film yung Babayat Baril. And just like yung last Urian, di ba, pinapanalo nga si Denise O'Hara. So, may chance nga na manalo si Ray Red, di ba? Kumbaga, bigyan ulit ng chance ang isang female filmmaker. And fortunate si doon si Ray Red kasi in Philippines, talagang madami ang opportunities for female filmmaker. And Gawad Urian, no, sa record nila, they pave way, no, or nagbigay sila ng parangal kanila Loris Guillen, Marilu Diaz-Zabaya, 'di ba? So, alam mong magkakaroon na talaga ng malaki yung chance for Ray Red to win the Urian. However, hindi talaga siya yung front runner. Pero naman, deserve din naman niya because sa film, no, and I agree rin with Kuya Skilty, well-crafted siya na film. Hindi siya yung, alam mong ito yung film na hindi basta-basta ginawa. Ganun.
I've been rewatching Babayat Baril for, parang may ginagawa akong video thingy. And parang, ayun nga, mas na-appreciate ko yung parang yung hand ni Ray Red, parang crafting this thing na parang kasi nung first watch ko, there were a lot of things about it that I wanted to reconcile sa rewatch. Character decisions, ganun. Pero on subsequent viewings, it really fit together. And Ray Red's direction did a lot of the heavy work for that. Of course, Janine Gutierrez's performance as well. So, yun nga, napansin din pala ni Nicole, napasabi niya na, napansin nga niya yung recognition ng Urian for female directors, such as Hannah Espia for Transit in last year's Liliso Hara. It's very happy that she won. So, I guess let's go to the last Best Picture. So, for Best Picture, hati-hati tayo dyan. I picked John Denver, Jim picked John Denver, Edward or Kalel. Skilty predicted John Denver trending or Babae at Baril. And then Nicole and Rafi, they both predicted either Huwebes or John Denver trending. And of course, Skilty's prediction was correct. And Babae at Baril won Best Picture. So, I guess, ayan, Skilty, your thoughts on Babae at Baril's win as Best Picture?
Yeah. Again, I was basing my prediction on some of the reviews I've read from the members of the Urian. Konti lang naman sa kanila nagre-review eh. I think Tito Valiente writes regularly for some, I think Business Mirror, tama ba? Business Mirror or yeah, and then sometimes Roland Tolentino comes up with like Facebook posts on his thoughts of some films. So these are my Facebook friends. So nasusundan ko din yung reviews. And then yun nga, of course I've seen the film as well. I didn't like it as much. Technically, maganda yung pagkakailaw, yung design. I think the weakest part of the film is the screenplay. Parang medyo problematic yung rape, yung pagpeg ng rape as the fulcrum of the transformation of Janine's character.
Yeah.
Of course, may mga ganitong films na before, no? Yung mga revenge films dati. Pero parang, kumbaga one note, no? So dahil na-rape siya, bago na yung, hindi na siya yung sunod-sunura na babae. Again, it's an attempt, good attempt, coming up with a feminist film, but then parang kulang sa filmic process, so to speak. No? Lahat, alam mo na how it will end. No? It's all directed towards a certain prophecy. No? Na alam mo na ang history ng baril na to, kaya si Janine yung magwawakas ng lahat ng cycle of violence, no? Siklo ng karahasan, in the act of throwing the gun in the river. So may pagka malinis in the sense na alam mo na anong mangyayari sa dulo. And another issue I have with the film is the middle part. I think the middle part is not very compelling. Medyo na-bore ako na parang alam ko gets ko yung patutunguhan kung bakit pinakita yung history ng baril, kung kanino pinasapasa, etc. Pero it didn't interest me at all. Nung wala na si Janine, parang it lost me. I think JC Santos's character hindi niya masyadong na-imbibe. No? Parang it came off as a one-note character. At nakita sa performance niya. JC Santos is a good actor, but his performance in that film was very one-dimensional. No? Mm-hmm. So, hindi interesting sa akin na whole middle act. Bumalik na lang ulit yung interest ko nung nandun na ulit si Janine. So, again, that's a testament to Janine's performance na she made the film compelling just by her presence. So, again, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, all these films, all these award-giving bodies, there's really no point in arguing kung tama ba sila or mali because we all have valid reasons for choosing. So, sinasabi ko nga, what makes the choices of Urian better than John Tawasil's choices, no? In his top 10 films or performances of the year. Na 'di ba parang having that PhD doesn't necessarily make you an expert in film. Of course, sa tingin ng tao, may added gravitas, may added importance dahil kumbaga nakapag-aral sila ng kung anong aspects of filmmaking. But at the end of the day, film is a democratic medium. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng tao may capacity to judge a film according to its merits and according to the individual's experiences, thoughts, knowledge with them. So, yeah, that's my take.
How about you, Jin? Your thoughts on Babae at Baril's win?
Ano siya, tawag dito, surprising din. Kasi di ba, front runner Yan, John Denver trending or Kalel Fifine. Ako kasi personal pick ko is Edward. So, hindi ko rin siya in-expect kasi in Q Cinema International Film Fest ang nanalo ay Cleaners. So parang ang titingnan mo lang with Babae at Baril yung mga performances, not the full film. And I agree with Kuya Skilty kasi when I watched this film sa Q Cinema, may mga kasama rin ako mga film enthusiasts, film reviewers, film critics. No? So we're talking about the film after seeing it. Tapos sabi nga nila, nung kalagitnaan, same sinabi ni Kuya Skilty, boring na, hindi na siya interesting.
The middle really sticks out, no? Yung middle part. Kasi parang pa-climax na siya. Kasi babarilin na niya si Dominic Rocco ba? O si Felix Rocco. Palagi ko nako-confuse.
Felix.
Si Felix Rocco.
Sorry. Tama, Felix.
Tama, si Felix po.
Babarilin na niya siya, tapos biglang, anyway. here's how this gun was made. So,
Sayang kasi 'di ba, may mga alam tayong movies na ganun. Halimbawa, yung Amores Perros.
yeah.
May para siyang vignettes of the different lives of different characters. Pero
Mhm.
equally compelling yung mga chapters.
Mga-
No, dito obvious na there's really nothing interesting in that middle part. Sorry.
Sadly. Actually, ang naging interested lang ako dun sa other characters or yung stories ng characters, yung kanila Elijah Canlas and JC Santos, pero yung kanila Alan Paule, parang na-detach na ako while watching it. Hindi na ako makakonect because nawalan na ako ng interest dun sa mga other parts ng film, 'di ba? Parang sadly because parang ganda nung simula, ganun kasi parang Tarantino-esque yung style ganun yung nababibe mo tapos bilang ganun sayang ganun. Pero naman,
feeling
go ahead po.
Yes. Masyadong na get carried away. Hindi ko alam ang Tagalog doon. Na carried away nadala sila Ray Red and team sa kanilang. The film is sort of a manifesto, a feminist manifesto.
Yeah.
It can be a good thing, but the bad thing about manifestos is it's not welcoming of any other ideas. So kumbaga, lahat ng lalaking character dito sa Babae at Baril ay masama, 'di ba? Kasi ang gusto nilang iparating, may karapatan yung babae sa sa kanyang magandang buhay, etc. So, ang depiction ng maraming kalalakihan dito sa film ay very one-dimensional.
Yun, no? Yung thoughts ni Nicole dito is, so he went the safe route for predicting John Glenn Rose trending, pero he feels the manonoodies aren't too fond of the film overall. Na konti lang yung nominations, and then, so maybe that was the sign. And mas nagulat daw siya kung how much they love Babae at Baril. Kasi he didn't love it, he didn't hate it. Pero yun. Kasi may tendency daw ang manonood sometimes to give like a gazillion nominations in a lot of categories, and there are some Best Picture nominees. They have won the main prize, but they haven't won anything. They didn't win anything else in that year. For example, yung ang Paglalakbay ng mga Between noong 2012, tsaka yung Taklob noong 2015. Yung last sweeper nila was, I think, 2011, yung Sayaw ng Dalawang Kaliwang Paa. Babae at Baril winning 6 in total, including Best Picture, means they probably love the film. So yun, that's it, no? That's another year of Gawad Urian Awards. Siguro in closing, are there any wins outside of the categories that we talked about that you'd like to spotlight?
I'm happy with Tay Clamor's win in cinematography.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi alam natin na yung filmography niya last year, different films, at iba-iba rin yung treatment or yung style na ginamit niya in films.
Sobrang prolific niya, no? I think siya din yung isa pa with feelings. Si Tay Clamor yun.
Yes.
Yeah. So, tayo sa Huling Buwan ng Taon, isa pa with feelings, Babae at Baril. Just outstanding work all around din. No? So, a win for Tay is well-deserved talaga. How about you, Skill?
Sa akin, I think the documentary win for No Data Plan was a good win. I liked the film as well, and I was kind of surprised that Urian, which we know has like an average age of 70. Joke lang. Hindi ko alam yung average age nila.
Pero, my gosh.
Old critic circle? Ganun ba pinapano?
Surprisingly, they went for it. It's very young film, an avant-garde film, kind of experimental, pero kita pa rin yung commentary niya on the migrant life. Before we end, siguro sabihin ko lang na looking at the past winners of Manunuri, most of the time, magaganda naman ang mga choices nila. No? Pero, babalik ako dun sa point ko about not treating them as like the gods of Philippines.
Yeah.
Like we're all waiting in tenterhooks, no? Kung sino yung pipiliin nila na pinakamaganda. Because, alam naman natin, last year they voted for Buy Bust as the best picture. And obviously, it's not a good film. It's a very bad film. So, di ba, kung yung award-giving body votes for a picture that we know is bad, I mean, sorry, Eric Mati, but and fans of Eric Mati, but I think he's aware naman, Eric Mati is aware of the criticisms against that film. It's very anti-poor, ginawang zombie yung mga mahihirap na out there to kill the SWAT team. Very middle-class perspective, no, very macho. So, again, di ba, parang para saan pa magninilay tayo sa choices ng Urian if we don't treat them just like any other awards-giving group na may weaknesses at may surprising choices. So, yeah, yun lang.
Yun. Tama nga yun. Parang this film criticism, just like filmmaking, is a democracy. Parang we all get our say and we all have, kumbaga, one vote. Parang your opinion matters just as much as our opinions. Yun, it's all about parang collating all of those different perspectives, whether you like a film or not. You don't necessarily have to agree. You don't necessarily have to disagree. Wala ba sa ganang trip at kanya-kanyang buhay lang yan. Ganon. So I guess, ayun, thank you again, Skilty, so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yun. Hopefully in the future, siguro in a non-Gawad Urian episode naman, siguro YCC or kahit ano lang, kahit ano.
Sure.
Yun.
Pinoy review ba this year?
May,
Yes. Kasi may mga films na lumalabas eh. So, sige.
yeah, o nga.
Oh,
for
ayan
the
na.
May papanoorin ako mamaya actually. Pero,
Ayan na.
Nice.
Ganun.
Kasi ang ano ngayon, ang strong ay docu and short films.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
although may
Baka
mga
BL series. Baka mamaya pati yung BL series masama. Charot.
masasabi ko lang sa mga feature films na lumabas so far, like on Netflix, ganyan, ay, So, yan, docus and shorts ang pag-asa ng bayan natin this year. So, yan. Until next time, guys. See you at the virtual movies muna. Socially distanced movies. And see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
That's it. That's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. This would not be made possible without your support, and of course with the help of Cudburn Podcast Network's team, headed by Patricia Marie Ferrer, Network and Podcast Manager Ellie Kiron Cole, Social Media Manager Rowan Palomares, Business Development Team Lead Lee Lirio, and from the creative side, Christina Lido and Andre Luis Castillo Ibanez. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you get your podcasts from.
Third World TV.